Hey guys, welcome back to Nick and Manny's Infinite Commentaries. I don't know if that's what we're gonna call this, but
We'll
hey,
call it
Nick and
something.
Manny's Infinite Commentaries. Yeah, Nick, you're here.
I'm
I
here.
say that every episode as if you're not here.
Yeah. On occasion I'm not here, and on occasion you're not here. So sometimes we just have to say it. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, we had the idea a while back to do commentary tracks, and I had the idea to go through the MCU because last time I watched all these movies, I was much less of a snob than I am now. That's the canon. So we're gonna see how much of a snob I am about these movies now, and we're gonna start at the beginning with Iron Man.
Yeah, and I will watch anything, pretty
You will
much.
watch literally
So,
anything.
yes, as we established, when this episode comes out, when this commentary comes out, we will have recorded our Halo episode. So if you haven't listened to it, go listen to that.
Yeah.
But we talked a bit about Black Widow, and so it's established that I will watch things that I don't like just because. But this movie, we're starting off big, we're starting off strong, we're starting off with Iron Man 1. I absolutely love this film. I quoted a lot, specifically Jeff Bridges yelling at the kid from A Christmas Story. I quote that all the time. But we're starting off strong. We're going first with Iron Man 1. We're watching this currently on Disney Plus. You have the option of watching it IMAX, not IMAX. I think it's the same film regardless.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing. We're synced up at 00. We will hopefully try to do more of these. I don't know, maybe one or two a month if we can
Yeah.
with
Schedule's
our
permitting.
busy schedules. Yeah, we have busy schedules, so we don't know, how often this will be. But we hope that you guys enjoy our commentary for Iron Man 1.
Yep. And I think Manny will count you down from three, two, one, and then when we say go, you'll press play. When we press play, it's easy for me to talk. So we'll try and get everybody synced up. Manny can do the countdown whenever you're ready.
All right, yeah, so we're starting off 00, just right at the beginning. At 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Oh, look at stars.
Stars
Because
coming
this is
down
a
from the
Paramount
sky.
film.
Yeah, this was pre-Disney. I think
Yeah.
Avengers was the first movie post-Disney acquisition.
Avengers is still Paramount. So
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
still
might
Paramount.
have
I
been
think, but I think
purchased, but
Disney
it was
purchased
on.
it before it came out, but it was still a
Yeah.
Paramount movie. And
Oh my God,
we got
remember this
I know.
this classic
We got the
Marvel?
comic book pages flashing across the screen. That was before they had their own little orchestrated intro with all the
Yeah.
characters. And we have a field with some mountains.
Oh,
Paramount.
yay, US military propaganda.
Yeah, the Pentagon approved this bad boy.
Did you see that Twitter thread where James Gunn was talking with people on Twitter about how the military doesn't literally approve every film that gets
I
made?
did see that.
Yeah.
We got AC/DC playing. Remember when they used to pay for AC/DC music?
Yeah. Remember in Avengers when he comes down to shoot to throw, which was the song in Iron Man 2?
Yep. And then Iron Man 3, they said no
I hit the
AC/DC.
sack. I bet you know I'm glad to be back. Let loose from the noose.
Now, I know drinking
Anyways,
while driving is illegal, but is it legal to drink in the backseat of a Humvee? Because that's what he's doing.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I really hope we don't have any buffering issues, because that'll make it a nightmare for people to stay
Yeah.
synced up.
Nah, we should be perfectly fine.
If it happens, we'll tell people where we left off at.
Exactly.
Good God, you're a woman. I'm not sure if anyone
Oh,
said it, but Robert Downey
Tony.
Jr. is pretty good in this role.
I don't think anyone ever has.
No.
Yes, it's
It's
very
very
cool.
cool. Oh, is he about to
When
pull
he
the flip
throws
phone?
up the piece, he's like,
Oh no,
yeah,
it's a
no,
fucking it's a camera. Oh my.
yeah,
MySpace.
no
Oh
gang
dear.
signs. I'm kidding. Throw it up.
I love peace. Be out of a job with peace. Hope nothing bad happens here.
Me neither. Boom.
Uh-oh. Oh, IMAX.
Oh, IMAX.
Yeah, they transitioned.
The aspect ratio.
Yeah. I love the look on his face.
And
He's just totally confused. He's not even panicked.
which is just great.
Yeah. He's like, what do we got? I see dead people.
Oh wow.
F in the chat for that
Oh,
guy.
and he's dead. Yep, that's a hard rip for him.
Don't you hate when you're just driving down in a Humvee in the Middle East, blasting AC/DC, and then this happens to you?
In the middle of the Afghan war.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, wow, look at that phone. He's not using the flip,
That was
he's
what they
using the
thought phones would look like
slide.
in the future. Stark
Yeah.
Industries, oh no.
Stark Industries. Killed by his own weapon.
He's about to be
I
bleeding.
love how the blood just starts to seep.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's about to be bleeding through his shirt pretty bad. Looking a little worse for the wear there.
Blood in a Marvel movie?
What?
Wow, look at that camera.
God, this is deeply 2008, huh?
Yeah.
The 10 rings, baby.
The 10 rings.
I bet that'll never come back into play.
Never. I bet they won't start
Tony
to say
Stark.
like, oh, the 10 rings ran everything. Iron Patriot is what Rhodey calls him in Iron Man 3.
That's right. At age 4, he built a circuit board. Was that him with Bill Gates?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's not John Slattery. What the fuck?
Mm-mm. You know, Tony's too smart in this movie. Like, it's not established that he's smart enough. Like, how
No.
could he build all that stuff in a cave?
With a box of scraps.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a real, like, Gary Sue with Tony Stark.
Gary
I really
Sue.
hate that about him.
Rolling Stone.
I love
That's the
that
cover you want to
pose.
be on. Rolling Stone or
Yeah.
GQ?
Why do we call America a her?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why do we call?
I've never understood
why
that.
do we call?
Oh, there he
boats
is,
her?
Terrence Howard.
I bet he's gonna be in all these movies.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
My great mentor.
It is my honor
I'm not doing an impression.
to Mr. Tony Stark.
Tony
No, it's a bad impression.
Stank.
You hear the music in the background?
I do hear it. Yeah.
That was the Iron Man theme song for the show back in the
Oh.
old days. You'll hear it on his phone
I remember
as
that.
well. And then right now when he's at the casino playing dice, you hear it again.
This is beautiful. Jeff Bridges is just great. Just always.
He is great. Like, even if the character isn't, memorable or anything like that, you love Jeff Bridges in
Yeah.
this movie.
This was my first exposure to Jeff Bridges, and I just assumed he was a bald guy. He's
There
not
he
a
is.
bald guy.
He's not. Look at Jon Favreau
Look
in
at
the
thin
back looking all
Johnny Favs.
young.
He got himself a pretty cushy gig. He got to make a couple of these, and he got to be in so many of them doing like 2 or 3 scenes.
Yeah, and then he got to make a great movie because of his experience of Iron Man 2.
Uh-huh.
Chef. When are we doing a Chef commentary?
At some point.
That's a good film.
Well, we just watched it like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna let it ride.
Blow for me. There it is. Ew.
2 craps.
Hey, look. It's Caesar's wiener.
It's Kaisar.
Yeah. Vanity Fair.
She's cute. Oh, and then he turns around.
Yeah.
You know who she's married to in real life? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Sam Rockwell.
Ah,
Who
I
we'll
love
see
that.
a
Love
couple
Sam
movies down the
Rockwell.
line.
Iron Man 2.
Baby.
It's
That's the one we're actually
I
looking
love
forward
that
to.
movie. It is. That's kind of why we started this, is because we wanted to watch Iron Man 2.
Just for that. They said Nazis. Did he
He
work on the
worked
Manhattan
on
Project? They
he
definitely
did.
didn't establish that in Captain America, which was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
As a busy guy if he was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Military funding,
Mm,
honey. He's got some great lines, some great pickup lines.
he does.
Are we about to see sex in
Like
a Marvel
looking at the
movie?
character,
There's only
kind
like
of,
only
but
13 years
implied.
between sex scenes in Marvel movies. Apparently, did they
Yeah,
actually do one in Eternals?
they did. It's
Okay.
really awkward.
Oh, I bet.
Um, but like looking at the character arc of Tony from this movie to the last one, you really tell all that time actually paid off. Even
I
his
always,
little, even his arc from here to the end of the first movie, you see it.
yeah, I just always felt that like because it just got so big, this feels almost disconnected to me. That's kind of how I always felt. Endgame is so
Sure.
wildly different compared to this. This is so small in comparison.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of guys will say is like there is like one of your great conquests is to have her just wearing one of your shirts and nothing else the morning after.
I've never heard that before.
I've heard that. Or like the more common one is having your girlfriend like steal your hoodie from you.
Hoodie, yes.
Yeah, this is like after a one night stand. This is like an accomplishment I've heard some guys consider it to be.
Mm.
Goop.
Goop.
We should just say that every time she shows up in a scene.
Goop. You know, Goop was the name of one of the Ben 10 aliens.
Okay. Including occasionally taking out the trash. Damn. This song is funny.
It is.
Not even singing, he's just talking. I would be fascinated to actually read the script to this movie to see how much was improv. Because you hear the legends that he did a ton of improv, but I wonder how much of this was actually in the script.
I think, I mean, did Jon Favreau actually write it, or did he just direct it?
I don't know. Let's look. I can look that up.
Because I feel like this is definitely I feel like Jon Favreau actually makes really good scripts, so I wouldn't be surprised if, there is probably a lot of improv in it, but I think more of it is written.
Let's see. We had 4 writers, and Jon Favreau was not among them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would guess that like all these scenes are like were in the script, but what actually happens in them, like the dialogue that happens, is probably a lot of RDJ leading
Yeah.
it.
Harangue.
That's a great
Who
word.
uses the word harangue?
Anthony Stark.
Yeah. Is she into strawberries? Is that something that plays into this movie?
No, in the second movie, there's something with strawberries.
Oh, that's what it is. She's
She's
allergic to
allergic to strawberries.
strawberries.
Yeah, I'm like, how'd you misremember that? You love Iron Man 2. How could you not remember that?
I love Iron Man 2. Listen, I remembered strawberries, okay? I forgot that she was... Hey, look, it's an Audi.
Is he allowed to park there?
That is one thing that I wish was better explored, was the relationship between Happy and Tony.
Yeah.
Because they are, like, best friends.
Yeah.
But it's not really
I got caught
explore a
doing a
whole
piece
lot
for
in here.
Vanity Fair. He got some badass rock going on right now.
Exactly. 2000s, man.
What a time. We have
Creed
to
is
go
about
back.
to come. Creed is about to start coming in and start
Oh,
singing
Creed
some
was
songs.
irrelevant by this year. They had one comeback album in 2009. That was it.
Dang.
You need your diaper changed. They'll get you a bottle. Wouldn't you change his diaper if he needs his diaper changed?
I don't know. That line doesn't make sense.
It doesn't at all.
The
I
cut.
don't want it. I know this whole commentary is going to be us saying this wouldn't be in a Marvel movie now, but this particular scene would not be in a Marvel movie now.
No. Pretty much like the first, what are we in? 14 minutes of this movie probably would not be in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, none of this.
Ah,
We
but
are
this
in Afghanistan. IMAX.
Or respected. Is it too much to ask for both?
You think he rehearsed this in front of the mirror every night?
Yes. Say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. Like, literally, disagree. The weapon you only have to fire once. That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far.
I mean, for us,
it's so
go
good.
to Hiroshima, see if it worked out for them.
Yeah.
These bad guys are not going to come out of their caves, I don't think.
I don't know if bad guys are in caves.
I mean, these bad guys are. You see where he's at for for like the next half hour of the movie.
No, 100%.
The Jericho.
The Jericho.
Is this Chris Jericho?
We're not bringing wrestling into this.
Is this the 2006-2007 CBS series Jericho, starring Skeet Ulrich? Is it that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It takes place in like a fictional tiny town in Kansas. I don't remember what it's actually about. But it was like surprisingly good for a CBS show.
An LG?
Are they FaceTiming in 2008? Put a shirt on, Obadiah. Jesus.
Yes.
This is the Fun V. See, I was gonna say, would Rhodey really remember the Fun V line like 2 or 3 months later, however long it is, when he finally gets him? But I'm like,
yeah.
If that was the last thing you said to your best friend before you thought he died, I feel like you would actually remember that. So it makes sense. Not a complaint anymore.
It does. Yeah.
That's a hot towel, but not the kind that he wanted.
I remember that nose tube being like the grossest thing.
I was gonna.
As a kid
Oh yeah, he has to pull it out.
Yeah,
It's
he
really,
pulls it
really
out.
long. That's right.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like that's.
Ugh.
That's what it's like to have the Q-tip up your nose for a COVID test, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Ah, my boy Jensen.
I love how we see him again in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Because of the exchange that they have here. He's like, I talked to you like 20 years ago.
It was like 9 years ago, but
9. Yeah, because it was in the 90s.
99, I think.
99. Because it was the new year for 2000.
Not the atrial septum. I definitely know what that is.
I know, right? Me too. Is that like when they take your tonsils out and you get to keep them?
I don't know. The Walking Dead. That name will never stick.
It'll never be a thing.
I think this is its last season that's happening right now, or that's going to be happening soon. I don't even know if that season's airing at the moment.
I think so. I don't know. I've never seen Walking Dead. Like I've seen maybe like one or two episodes here and there, but
I watched
I've never
it.
been big into it.
I watched it up through the first episode of season 7,
Hmm.
and then I fell off.
Was season 7 with Negan?
That was the first season with him. Season 6 cliffhanger, the big cliffhanger
Yeah.
happened, and I saw the premiere, but I had to watch it live every week because I was in college, and I just fell off because of that. Sounds like I didn't
Yeah,
miss much
understandable.
after that.
But now they're doing a Rick Grimes show.
No, they're doing like 3 TV movies, is what they were supposed to be doing.
Oh, that's what it is.
I was worried how these portrayals would hold up to modernize. Let's see.
They aren't good.
Not great, Bob. Very sure about that. There's a lot of mass murderers in America. I mean, you could look at Oppenheimer, maybe.
Yeah.
Your dad knew him. Yeah. No, he said in the history
Yeah.
of America.
Yeah, that is true. He said America.
Yes, he knows what his Jericho missile looks like.
There's a character I never understood. Was the guy with the scarf in the background. I'm like,
The
he's
leader?
literally just there. Yeah, he's literally just there to look menacing.
Yeah. I know. I remember him more from the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. He's the captain in the opening sequence that gets killed, and then baby Chris Hemsworth takes over.
Yep, playing Captain Kirk's dad.
Those movies would be fun to do. I like all 3 of those.
Did he show up in Beyond?
Hemsworth, no.
Okay.
There
Because I'm like,
were-
wasn't there like a rumor that they
Yeah.
wanted him to show up again?
There were rumors that the 4th
Yeah.
movie was going to be about him and Kirk, which would have meant time travel, I guess.
Which isn't, new to Star Trek.
I'm not a Star Trek expert. I just
Me
know those
neither.
3 movies.
I hope Lady Gaga shows up and starts yelling at Tony Stark, being like, they're taking our weapons. They're doing bad.
What?
House of Gucci, when she finds out about all the bootlegs and stuff, and she starts
Oh,
yelling at
okay.
Adam Driver and Al Pacino about it.
I'm like, I knew that's what you're referencing, but I'm like, I don't remember this part that you're referencing. Tony's smart. No, he won't. I mean, he is pretty menacing. Look at
He
him
is
fondling
pretty
that ring
menacing.
on his hand.
Oh, one of the 10 rings that gets retconned to be wristbands.
How many times did this get retconned? Like 2 or 3?
2.
Twice, yeah.
The rings aren't ever really retconned because we don't ever hear about them until Shang-Chi. But the 10 rings, the organization stuff, that gets retconned
Yeah.
twice. Where'd he get a beanie?
Great question. Deserts get cold at night, right? That's why it's cold in there now.
Yeah.
This only happens over a week. I thought it was a few months. Maybe it was like a few months before he woke up.
Yeah. I think he went missing for a couple months, but
Yeah.
this in specific took place over a week.
Yeah, I guess post surgery he could have been out for a while.
Stark Industries.
I think Pashto and Farsi are languages that your soldiers speak in Phantom Pain.
Maybe.
Because there's that part where you have to like quarantine all your soldiers who speak a specific language because they were able to create a pandemic through words in that game. What a mind Kojima has.
Kojima. You know, he's Kojima.
Yeah,
You
we
either
love
like
him
him
or
or
we
hate
don't.
him. Yeah. I like the guy, not a big fan of the work a lot of the time.
I like Metal Gear in general.
But good for him. No, I like Metal Gear. I just feel like, Death Stranding was kind of the breaking point for me. I'm like, okay,
I still want to try
calm
it
down
whenever
there.
I can get a PlayStation.
Rumor is he's working on an Xbox game.
I'd be down with it. Hopefully
Yeah.
to be put on Xbox Game Pass.
Game Pass, baby, $15 a month.
Oh, you thought we weren't going to mention it on a movie commentary? You fools.
Hey, Nick, you know where you can play Iron Man on Xbox?
Marvel's Avengers?
Marvel's Avengers. That's on Xbox Game Pass right now. $15 a month. You can play as Iron Man, Tony Stark in Marvel's Avengers.
What was he just doing? Sorry. He was pouring some hot palladium, I think.
Into the... Is palladium a real element, or is that the one that he creates in...
No,
Iron Man
palladium's a
2?
real element because he mentions it here.
Yeah.
He mentioned it a scene ago. I don't think they ever actually named the element that he creates in Iron Man 2. I always
I
assumed...
think there is a canon name. I don't think they've said it. I don't think they say it, though.
I always assumed it was like Starconium. That was my guess.
Unobtainium.
Let's Google. What is the name of element in Iron Man 2? In the Iron Man 2 novelization, the element created by Tony Stark to replace palladium in the arc reactor is called vibranium. That's wrong.
That's what it was.
Vibranium?
Yeah,
He didn't create vibranium.
He didn't create vibranium. A white guy creating an element that's called vibranium. This will never age poorly.
Oh, that's right.
No wonder they didn't give it a name.
So I'm on the Marvel...
Although,
I'm on the...
in Iron Man 2, you can see the map in the background, and they have little like points of interest, and one of them is in Wakanda.
Okay.
So.
And he also uses the shield to help level out that little doohickey that he's using.
Yeah. And Coulson's like, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I was trying to get rid of it.
Okay, so I'm on the Marvel Wiki now, and Tony Stark's new element has a page. It has an alias that is called Badassium, which I feel like I've heard before.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at how huge it is.
I know. That's what she said.
I used to like playing that game.
What game is that?
I don't remember.
I used to love playing that game. I don't know what it was, though. Oh, he knows he's gonna die. Oh, shit.
You good?
Yeah, I accidentally paused it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't pause for me, so you're all good. Oh, and it just went back. All right, cool. No, we're good.
Okay.
Look at that Mark 1 suit.
Ah.
Oh, and now it's paused. And now...
It's not paused for me.
Hold on, guys. We're having technical... Okay, what are you at right now?
I'm at 27:53, 54, 55.
Yep,
okay.
We're good. We're good. So, you might be 1 or 2 seconds ahead or behind, depending. But
sorry if you fall out of sync, everybody.
Yeah, you're in the right range. Maybe it's been
Doesn't
modified.
look anything like the picture. Damn, did he just go on a Tinder date?
Wow.
That was an attempt.
Look at that ring.
He needs like 9 more.
He does need 9 more.
Look
And
at
in the
those
comics,
eyes.
each ring is a different power.
That's a lot of guns.
They're all Stark
I was gonna say
weapons.
they're probably all Stark guns. Uh-oh, it's sinking us now. There we go.
Uh-oh. Mine is still...
It said sinking
2,
the group, so
3,
it must have...
5.
I'm at 2909, 10, 11.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
The bow and arrow, Hawkeye.
No, not yet. We have a few more movies before you get to Hawkeye.
We have 3.
Yeah.
No, we have 2. Well, 3 if you count Thor itself.
I guess we have 2. He's in Thor.
Yeah, so 2. But, you know, if you want to count Thor, then it would be 3 because he's in there.
He's in it, so we have 2 movies to get through until the movie that he's in.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude needs to lighten up. He's taking this all very seriously.
Nah, man, he's at war. Let him take his Stark weapons.
I always find it interesting whether movies have the subtitles embedded in them or if it's just something that they program onto the disc or the streaming service.
Iron Man 1, I think these are subtitles that are, like, in the movie.
Yeah, well, mine, I'm just seeing the Disney subtitles.
Yeah, me too. I think some of them modify them to just be the streaming, and then some of them go off the disc version. So if you have subtitles on, it'll have them both.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember them being in the movie.
Yeah. Unlike something like West Side Story, where apparently the Spanish isn't subtitled for a lot of it.
So I'm curious with my like basic knowledge of Spanish, how much I'll be able to go along with that movie. I don't think it'll be confusing or anything. A due date, perhaps?
Starring Zach Galifianakis.
And Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah. Anita? I thought he was going to say missile.
Missile. And he's not British.
Yeah.
Clang.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, this is classic.
Iconic. It is classic.
Funny, we were debating in our Discord server earlier whether this movie is considered a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah, I made the argument that I need like 10 years for something to be considered a classic. Like, if it's still great 10 plus years later, I think it's become a classic.
Yeah,
and
I
plus
think that's
just
fair.
for historical significance.
This started off the biggest franchise in the world.
Yeah. And it helps that it's legit good.
Oh, no, it's great.
I'll never forget in the summer of 2009, I walked out of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and I was pondering what was more awesome between Iron Man and Revenge of the Fallen.
But Iron Man was 2008.
Yeah, but Iron Man was like the last movie I'd seen that blew me away before that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's had to plan out his entire route outside, and he did it in the one time that he got taken outside.
Shows intelligence.
It's like he's supposed to be smart.
It's almost like he's supposed to be a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Mm. I can't wait to get to Avengers and see all that flat lighting.
Avengers, my baby. I see the disc right there in my little collection.
Oh, I've got my whole shelf right here. I've got this movie on the shelf here, the one that we're watching.
Yeah, it's really good.
I only bought the Blu-ray like a year ago, and I haven't watched it, and now I won't watch it for another couple years probably because of this.
Yeah. I do want all of them on Blu-ray, even if I don't love all of them. I do want to have them all.
I've got most of them, at least most of the ones that I want. I think at this point, I've got like I'm fine to just watch them on Disney Plus. Like all the Star Wars movies I want because I know I watch those pretty frequently. Some MCU movies I don't think I'll go back to too much, even ones I like.
Yeah.
At this
Outside
point,
of the spin-offs, the only two I don't have are Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
yeah, I've got them all. I bought them all day one, like when they came out.
Mm-hmm.
I need more time.
Oh, man. Ah, look at that muzzle flash. Yikes.
For Call of Duty, I've been getting an attachment to disable that muzzle flash. Do we get a Han Solo running into the Stormtrooper hallway moment here?
Yeah, we do.
It's a bad day to be a Yinsen. But he knew. Clang clang, baby.
Did you know in Kingdom Hearts there's a wizard named Yensid, which is Disney backwards?
Did you know that the protagonist of the novel and movie Holes is named Stanley Yelnats, and Yelnats is Stanley backwards?
I love that. My dad was talking about Holes the other day. He's like, "What was that movie you guys used to always watch and stuff?" And me and my brother were like, "Holes?" He's like, "Yeah, that one. We were talking about that at work."
Oh, damn. Here he goes.
Oh,
That's a good soundbite, though. My dad was talking about Holes the other day.
oh God. Dad, if you're listening to this, sorry.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Damn.
impact, baby. He'd be dead after that.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. I think this score in particular is underrated. Most of the MCU scores are like infamous
They're
for being totally
forgettable.
generic and flat, but
Yes,
I like this
100%.
score a lot,
Me too.
particularly in the first flight sequence later. Ramin Djawadi did this, and then he went on to do all of Game of Thrones.
He also did Westworld and Gears of War.
He did Gears of War. I didn't know that.
He did Gears of War.
Westworld, I did know.
I liked the first season of Westworld.
I watched the pilot and then meant to watch more, and I never did. But
I
don't think I missed much.
me and a group of friends, we watched all of Westworld. Like we watched episodes 1 through 7 in one day, and by
What
the
a
time we
day.
got to episode 7, we were like, "Oh damn!" And then we came back later to finish it all. Oof.
Backhand.
How does his arm get stuck in there?
I don't know. I love that moment. Yeah, get his ass.
Oh no, not Jensen. He's dead.
Watch out!
How do you miss like that?
I don't know. He's pretty bad. Hope he doesn't get burn scars on his face.
Yeah. Is that him actually in a suit and not his head CGI'd?
No way. This was the plan.
We knew Jensen for what, maybe 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And that death is so effective.
Yeah.
It's
You
almost like
could,
it's a good movie.
yeah. You could argue it drives Tony's entire character for the next 11
It
fucking years
100% does.
to the very end.
That gun didn't even have muzzle flashes.
Uh-oh. My
Okay.
turn.
Mind.
Flamethrowers are so cool, but God, I would never want to actually use one.
Oh, flamethrowers?
Yeah. I always
I'd
think
wanna
of
use one.
the 5-second scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where he's like, fuck, that's hot. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, that would be me. And then he uses it again at the end of the movie and it sucks.
Is that a Halo turret?
I was playing more Infinite earlier, and a Marine said, I call shotgun. Well, actually, it's a chain gun, but you know, Chief.
Ah, that's cute.
They've got some good NPC dialogue in Infinite.
They do. They have good dialogue in general.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like to play Halo, honestly.
On
It's just
Legendary, just fire all around you. You can't even
just
see what's shooting
everything
at you.
blowing up and people just shooting at you.
We fly high. Look at those practical explosions. Up
What?
until that one.
Practical explosions?
They looked like it until that big one.
Who would have guessed? It's almost like doing stuff practically can lead to a film looking better longer.
I can always tell when we have practical explosions because they're usually like fairly low angle and you see those sparks flying. That's always kind of the tip off to me.
Or you have that one explosion in Avengers where it's clearly shot on like a GoPro or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I always think about the barrel sequence in Desolation of Smaug, which I otherwise enjoy that sequence, but they have a couple shots from a GoPro randomly in the middle of that sequence, and then they go back to regular camera.
It's amazing how you like that sequence. Anyway.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do Lord of the Rings and Hobbit commentary.
That would be fun.
How long is he stranded in the desert for?
I mean, it can't be that long. He would die within a couple days, I feel like.
Yeah. We're watching Dune right now. Duncan Idaho is about to come in and be like, my boy.
Everything good happens when we're awake, Tony.
The peace sign. I love that. Nick, hello?
It just skipped us forward a little bit.
Oh, it didn't skip me forward.
I think it keeps trying to sync us up together. Yep, it says sync in the group for me.
Dang.
Now I'm buffering.
Oof.
How was the fun V?
Now he has landed down.
At 42 on the dot right now. 42:01, 02.
You're like 4 or 5 seconds behind.
Oh, it just
like
coming
3 or
up.
4. Alright, cool.
We're ironing these kinks out. I think this will always be a thing since we do these remotely.
Yeah, we're not in person, so things will be a little bit off.
What do you think she was up to while he was gone? What do you think she was doing?
Running the company? Oh, no, wait, Obadiah was there.
Yeah, Obadiah's there. She doesn't run the company until Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, when he
a
makes
real
her
Iron Man 2
CEO.
fan would know that.
I do know that. What do you think Happy was up to? Because he doesn't get promoted to head of security until Iron Man 3.
I want an American cheeseburger. I don't know what Happy was up to. I love that he gets this cheeseburger from Burger King.
You know the story behind the cheeseburger, right?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was like RDJ's like first meal out of rehab was a cheeseburger.
Oh, that's right. Yep. So it wasn't just that they got a sponsorship; it just kind of worked out.
No, yeah, it
It was
was
something he
like
wanted.
it's so much of Tony's character is Robert Downey Jr.'s
Yeah,
own experiences with addiction and, public eye and all that stuff.
yeah.
And
That's
so
like
I
I
like
like all
that
that
little
stuff, and I
touch.
I know we're gonna keep bringing up Iron Man 2, but I like all that stuff about him just kind of spiraling out of control and thinking he's dying, and like being more of an alcoholic and everything like that. And I feel like it didn't really pay off, but I like that they at least explored it a little bit.
I
That's
just
another
wanted
kind
them
of
to go further
I
because
did
like
too. The
there's
Strategic
that great
Homeland Intervention
story.
Enforcement Logistics Division.
Yeah, I could say that. I have a Phil Coulson bobblehead
Of
that
course you
I'm
do.
looking at right now.
Oh, I
Listen,
meant to send you a deal earlier. Apparently, the Lego Thanos Gauntlet is on sale right now for like $55.
uh, it's it's a good set. I've seen it built before. I like we were talking about in Iron Man 2. I like that they start exploring that whole theme of addiction. I just wish that they would go further.
Yeah,
Which is a common theme with Marvel is that all right, you're starting to talk about these things, but please just go all the way. And Iron Man 2 is a mess of a film because there's so much going on.
yeah,
But I think if they would have focused on his addiction and specifically, the demon in a bottle storyline, which is
yeah.
about him being a very heavy alcoholic, it would have been really well done.
Obadiah is just at it instantly.
Yeah. Well, in the TV show Iron Man Armored Adventures, Obadiah wants to take Stark into a direction that is like all weapons and stuff,
Mm.
but in that show, Tony's a teenager, his dad is still alive.
Oh,
Um
interesting.
and so his dad is like, "No, we're not going to do that." And then Tony's dad dies, and then Obadiah takes over and they make it a weapons
Mm.
company.
Oh, that segue is iconic.
I
Dude,
love
he's just on a Segway smoking a cigar.
Was it
What?
because Jeff Bridges was just riding a Segway around the set all
Yeah.
the time?
They're like, we're gonna put this in the movie.
I love that.
Well, that went well. At minimum.
Manufacturer.
Manufacturer. You're an
Hey, he
Ironmonger.
said the thing.
I didn't know that was the name of the villain for years and years. It took me a long
Yeah.
time.
Baseball bats.
It's a publicity stunt. That thing to shut the hippies up. I know this is like tail end Bush era, and I don't want to get too overtly political here, but considering how rah like the entire country was in general for years after 9/11, like actually seeing this movie take the stance that it's actually more effective to build for the future beyond just the military, and maybe military funding and providing everything to them isn't always the only answer to a better future. I'm kind of amazed that this actually happened in a movie in 2008.
Yeah.
It's a very like, especially by like again a Pentagon approved movie standards, it's a very leftist stance to take.
It's in my opinion, it's very like centrist of just
Well,
being
yeah,
like,
but
yeah.
judging it relative to what
Relative to other
to the
things
culture
like
at the
Michael
time.
Bay. But
Yeah,
yeah.
You're gonna lay low.
The
Oh,
baseball bat. I
this.
love this little ad.
Abandon ship. The Hindenburg ring any bells? Why are you washing this, Pepper?
Baseball bat.
Weapons company that doesn't make weapons. She has small hands. She can't catch the ball.
Just imagine your boss asks you, how small are your hands?
How big are your hands? It is now an antique.
It's an antique.
That right there is proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
Exactly. It won't come back later.
No.
I like Butterfinger just holding the little, like, mouth air suction thing or whatever.
Oh, that's a dummy.
Yeah.
Did they name him Butterfinger?
He calls him Butterfinger in the movie.
Oh, does he? Okay.
I think his
I like
name
that she doesn't
is
know what
Dumb.
Operation is.
Yeah. I think his name is Dumb E. Also, she has a metal ring.
Yeah.
Take the ring off.
Take the ring off, Pepper, you amateur. Aw. Oh, there's pus.
Ugh. It's goop, actually.
It smells.
Oh.
It's gonna be okay. They really do have great chemistry.
They do.
They just talk like humans. They cut each other off all the time. And it's perfect.
Yeah.
Every time I look at the dummy up there, I think it's a fucking boom getting caught in the shot.
I was gonna say, it probably could be a boom.
Yeah,
That
they could just hide it there.
They could.
What do you think they actually put on her hands?
Probably just some, like, I don't want to say like glue, but like, you know, like if you make like a slime or something like that,
Yeah,
they
it gotta
probably
be-
just used like a
yeah.
clear kind of glue for it.
Incinerate it. This movie's how I learned what nostalgic meant. Because of that line.
Yeah.
Oh, Butterfingers, there you go.
There you go. See?
They even have a great payoff with Dummy at the end of this movie.
They do.
Oh, here we go. Back to the America.
Trump.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't wanna. I already made one political statement about this movie. I can't keep going. What was his name?
That has Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan Vanko, maybe?
Ivan Vanko
From
Iron Man 2 coming soon.
Yeah, I feel like that joke hasn't aged well.
No, but we were able to segue it into an Iron Man 2 joke, so it's all good.
which will always be good because
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 is a good movie.
Yeah. That was a doozy. Your mind being right is for you to keep selling all your shit to the military so they can lose their weapons.
Malibu, I've always wanted to see that house in real life.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't mention Jarvis when he showed up in that scene earlier.
Yep. This is Paul Bettany I think is the last person from the first MCU movie to be current. Well, Jon Favreau because he's in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But Paul Bettany has been there since day one.
And we'll see if he's going to be there ever again.
We'll see him again.
He might not be alive again, but I'm sure we'll see him in a scene of some kind.
Yeah, you didn't watch WandaVision, so I can say with confidence he's alive. He'll be back.
Okay. I thought I saw that he was most definitely dead.
That version of Vision is dead, but there's a new white Vision that he essentially transfers his consciousness into.
Okay.
So I'm sure we're going to see Paul Bettany again.
Okay. It's been like a year since that show came out, so I don't feel bad that we're talking about
January.
Spoilers. So yeah, it's December.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been a year. Was it January? It was January, February, something like that.
Yeah, because it was like a couple weeks after Mandalorian ended.
Yeah.
Is Book of Boba Fett, as of recording, is that next week or the week after?
24th. No, 28th. It's like the last day of
it's
December.
After Christmas?
Yeah, it's
28th
after Christmas.
is not the last day of December.
Well, yeah, but it's like I said, it's like the last day of December.
Okay.
So it's in that little time frame. Hawkeye finishes, then we get a week off, and then comes Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
No,
I
wait.
felt like that was coming up like next week, and I was like, do I really want to watch it? Because I don't really want to watch it, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to or not.
Yeah, the 29th is when Book of Boba Fett comes out.
See,
I was close. I said 28th.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday. Oh, this is good.
This is good. I also love that floor for a very stupid reason, because that's the floor that they have in the Lego Marvel Superheroes level where you're trying to get Tony Stark a suit.
That is a hell of a reason.
In 3, 2, 1.
10% thrust capacity.
2, 1.
Hey, I didn't even notice the jump cut there. That's how seamless it was.
Yeah. People being smart is something that I just love seeing in films.
Yeah,
all the time.
It's just gratifying to see someone be really good at whatever they do in a movie.
Which is like, we talk about Peter Parker being like Iron Man Jr. and stuff, but there is that scene in Homecoming when he's making his own webbing in class, and I'm like, that's cool. I just love seeing that little small detail.
I think that's why I like heist movies so much, is that everyone has their own role and they're the absolute best at it, and you get to see everyone be just perfect at what they do. You get to see it on a large scale with like 10 characters.
Yeah.
It's completely harmless.
I like seeing the little VFX of like the heat coming through before the actual blast happens. That was a nice little effect. It's important.
Just because I brought pizza from New York doesn't mean it went bad. How long would a private jet flight take from New York to
LA? Probably like 5 hours or so.
Will that pizza still taste good? That's got to be, at the very least, it's got to be room temperature pizza. And would it still it wouldn't be fresh or anything?
I think it would taste fine.
It would taste fine.
Pizza.
But like, I don't know if it would be the ideal tasting pizza.
Nah, yeah.
For me.
This is a really good commentary about people trying to take accountability and then the board hating it.
Mm-hmm. All they see is the stock price and they panic.
Yeah.
Nick and Manny's Infinite Manifesto.
I didn't expect us to get this, not like political, but like
Well, this was the movie to get most
insightful.
political in, I think, just because of how much it actually focuses on the military and going and being anti-military.
Winter
In some,
Soldier talking about invasion of privacy in
yeah,
the
kind of.
Obama era. That also is another one.
But then the guy that was leading the charge is still the good guy, Nick Fury. But
Hmm.
1% thrust capacity.
I like that blue car in the back.
I like the orange car just because I like orange.
Orange does look good on cars. Like McLarens
Yeah.
always look good in orange.
I haven't played Forza in a little while, but I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, I don't think I had a car that I painted orange. I think I had a truck because you need a good off-roading vehicle to if you want to cross the map quick. I think I have an orange truck. Not the
I
car,
love
not the
that
car,
this
not the
is
car.
all. I love how this is all practical.
Mm.
Practical effects, people use them. They look good.
Yeah, but why do that when you can just cut corners? Why do that when you can direct your entire movie in post and your director doesn't even matter? That's like perfect for a studio.
Yeah, I mean, look at James Cameron's Avatar. It's the best-selling movie of all time.
It's not the same, and you know it. Oh, sad beep. I could fly.
I actually really like the Mark II armor. I love this armor, actually.
I like it too. There's IMAX again.
You won't notice it, but as he's flying through the city, there's a poster for Fing Fang Foom in the background, and he's a space alien who is a giant dragon.
Okay, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, we thought he would show up in Shang-Chi, but he didn't.
Mm. Yep, the score is good,
It is good.
and I just love the chrome armor.
I like how much of his armor takes like after planes and stuff, so you have to open up all the vents and test everything before you can fly. Before you can walk.
That's another great line. I bet that was a trailer line.
I don't think it was.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, it's been 14 years since I would have seen trailers, but
I know, me too. I'm like, I haven't seen a trailer for this movie in years.
that would have been me in a movie theater in 2007, and I don't even remember if I saw anything in 2007 or what I saw. Yep, the sequence has the best piece of score, I think.
Yeah, I know, it's great. I love it.
I think I had this when I had Apple Music, and I forgot to put it on my Spotify when I switched. Oh, poor kid. Lost his whole damn ice cream cone.
Reminds me of in Lilo and Stitch, that guy that keeps dropping his ice cream.
Uh-oh, not the icing problem. Uh-oh.
Ooh. And now he's flying blind.
That yell always reminded me of Tom Hanks's Woody for some reason.
What an interesting thing to think of.
I don't know why. Don't die, Tony.
I think you see the poster like right here. Fing Fang Foom in the background, left side.
Okay. Damn, that is literally like a quarter of a second.
Yeah.
Don't kill the power, Tony. Don't kill the power.
And falter.
Not the piano.
Not the
not
blue
your favorite
car.
Don't do it, dummy.
And he did it. Birthday present.
That coffee can't be warm still.
No, it's cold.
Yeah, there is no steam coming off of that cup. That is
cold
coffee. Aw.
Proof that Tony Stark has a heart. It's a really good relationship between the two of them. Yeah. I mean, power dynamics aside and him being her boss and all that stuff, but, you know, good chemistry. It works.
It never feels like he thinks of her as beneath him, I don't think.
No. In my opinion, it never feels like that either.
Yeah.
Or that, you know, like, he's getting her because she's under him or anything like that.
Yeah. Damn, that dude's face got fucked up. He's like, get me Obadiah Stane on the phone. Ooh, problematic. We should cancel the whole pressurization.
It's problematic. It's a problem.
Was he drinking some green kale bullshit?
Oh no, it's Brian's green juice.
It's like the GTA green juice.
Yeah.
The Disney Concert Hall.
Hey Nick, who does Stanley play in this movie?
Larry King's the second one. He's Hef in this one, Hefner. Right? Or
Yes,
did I get it mixed up?
I think you got it mixed up. I think it's Hef in the second one and Larry King in this one.
Yeah, that's right, because he's coming out of the...
He's coming
out of the,
out of the Stark Expo.
Yep.
Put some Hot Rod Red in there.
The Lamborghini, then. Much more subtle. I always thought it was weird that, like, on all the Iron Man 2 posters and everything, and on the DVD cover, it's the one with the
silver
Centurion. The red and silver.
Yeah. Which is a good suit, and that's a good sequence, too. That whole Monaco race leading into the Whiplash fight, that's all great.
Iron Man 2, once again.
I'm telling you
I don't think he's going
Iron Man 2 is good.
35 zone.
Everyone talks about how Iron Man 2 is like one of the worst Marvel films, and I'm like, it's really not, though.
No. I mean, we'll see how I feel when we watch all these again, but I probably take it over most of the movies they've done in the last 5 years. In terms of just watching it on a random day.
Yeah.
Sure don't.
Oh, it's Hef in this.
Hef.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, he's not happy.
Nope.
The delicious Captain John Jameson.
My son, the astronaut.
Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division. We're working on it. That's not what he says there.
Clark Gregg is really good in this role too.
Mm-hmm. I gave Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 3 episodes, I think.
I gave it 6 seasons. 5 seasons?
Yeah, this was me in like 2013, like peak Marvel fandom, and I was like, this show's not good.
Yeah.
Chihuahua with his money.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, this is a little pyrodynamic.
Yeah. Yes, Tony, you are. No.
What's your social security number? Manny, do you want to tell the audience your social security number? Make sure that you know it.
Yeah, the number is 867-53099.
099.
Yeah.
That's
I have letters in mine too.
They're just staring at each other. So 100% of the time, the whole I just need to get some air is total bullshit, right? You never just need to get some air.
No.
Only time I actually need air is like sometimes I'll step outside. Like I have a cold right now, so I'll step outside when I have a cold and feel some air go into my nose, and it actually helps. That's about it.
Yeah, if I'm cooped up, like me staying in my room all day, I will go outside and just take a walk, and I'm like, I need air.
Sometimes I'm laying in bed and I just like, for whatever reason, like just having like a little trouble breathing. I'm like, let me turn that fan up a little bit so I can get some more air coming into my nose. It helps.
Yeah, and I turn my fan off
air,
like when we're recording and stuff because I'm like, oof, that would come up.
Will they?
Won't they?
It's syncing me back up.
Oof. Shaken or stirred?
Shaken, not stirred. Damn it. A lot of olives, like at least 3 olives.
Hey, look,
Here
it's
comes
Christine
Leslie
Everhart
Bibb from Vanity Fair magazine. Are you Tony Stank? I'm just gonna keep making that reference. It's one of my least favorite scenes at all of Marvel. I always forget this sequence happens in the movie.
Yeah, it's where he first uses the Mark III.
Where he gets the iconic walk away shot.
Yep.
Because I was looking at how long the movie had been. I mean, we're 72 minutes in. I'm like, oh, we gotta be coming to the end pretty quick.
No, we haven't. We still have the whole scene in Gulmira where he does that. And then when he gets tailed by the Air Force.
Let's take a picture. They're not even posing. There we go. Damn, what a double cross.
But like, Christine was standing 3 feet away. She knows that it's him, right?
Presumably.
So why doesn't she write a story about it?
Well, I was literally gonna say, it's like not like she works for a newspaper. That's like a monthly magazine, I think. It might be bi-monthly. I don't
True.
think it's
But
weekly.
Vanity
Yeah,
Fair
that sounds
also
kind
has a
of.
website, so
I mean, that wasn't necessarily this. I guess I'm sure they had one in 2008, but
yeah, it's not
I'm
what it
sure.
is today.
Yeah, I'm sure the physical magazine was still the majority of their business back then. But is that the kind of article you'd actually put in Vanity Fair? I know she's like talking to Tony Stark about stuff, but even so,
I mean, Forbes has like video games articles, so there's different sides to each place because Forbes is usually seen as like a business magazine, but
mhm.
they have like articles for video games or all these other things. So it depends on how Vanity Fair sets up their stuff. I don't look on Vanity Fair a whole lot. Hey, there's the shot.
And he's suiting up once again, folks. Oh, but it's different this time. It got some of that hot rod red.
You see how long it takes him to suit up in this movie?
I know. I don't like the whole nanobots that happened in the last couple movies. I'm like, logistically, this just doesn't work, folks. I'm sorry.
I don't really care.
I mean,
uh,
again, they had gotten so big at that point, like it's not important. But this movie, I feel like I can suspend disbelief to think that everything in this movie could actually happen.
oh no, 100%. For me, it's literally like that. I've mentioned it already, I think twice in the last week, but it's literally the Scooby Doo thing of it was a talking
It
dog,
was
you
a
know?
talking dog. Uh oh. I don't know why this sequence reminded me of this. Do you remember in the Joss Whedon Justice League how they had that whole
The
subplot
Russian family.
with that Russian family?
Yeah.
And it's just not there in the Snyder Cut, believe it or not.
The Justice League.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. You've never seen a town look so red like that town does in Justice League
No,
2017.
never. I get the style that he was trying to go for, like mimicking Batman the Animated Series and stuff with the red skies. But, like, it's
It
not a
just
good
doesn't look
movie.
good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, we should do a Snyder Cut commentary someday.
No. I saw it once. That's more than enough.
Okay, fine.
I'll watch it in like another 2 years. Joel, bye.
Nope. Nope. I'm trying to do as minimal amount of editing as possible for this, okay? Oh, damn.
Have you seen that video of that kid screaming and they use it for the repulsor blast?
I'm sure I have. I was literally about to point out that I love the sound that those make.
Oh yeah, me too.
Pick your targets, Tony. You're my hero, white man. Actually, he doesn't even know it's a white man. He's just wearing a metal suit. Fuck him up, Tony.
I'm curious how hard it would be to bring someone out of a room like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they understood what he meant when he said he's all yours?
No.
I feel like context clues, though.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
About time for that money shot, baby.
I love that look of that mask too.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna dodge it? Yeah. Oh, so cool. So,
Boom.
so cool.
This movie's just so good. That was a fake explosion if I've ever seen one.
That man was literally lighting his own money on fire there. Get Langley on the line. Nah, I'm all about Quantico, bro.
Quantico.
Ding, 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 ding.
AWAC.
An AWAC. It's tiny. Enemy UAV spotted. Clear a hole, Sergeant. I think that's the name of the track on the score.
Is it top down?
Driving with the top down.
Mm.
It's a hotspot. Where I'm going to jog.
Whiplash. Iron Man 2.
Blown to Kingdom Come. Ding, 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 ding. A lot of Whiplash. This is the part where you tell me to finally watch Whiplash.
I thought about saying it, but then I didn't.
Supersonic.
Silk Sonic? Oh, we didn't talk about Silk Sonic.
No, I didn't really talk about Forza either.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I always call it Forza, and then when you call it Forza, I remember that's actually how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah. I'd like a plain version of Forza.
It's called Microsoft Flight Simulator.
It's called Star Wars Squadrons. I like Squadrons.
I played it for like an hour, and I have no desire to keep playing it.
Playing that with my group of friends was so fun. It's a
It was
UAV,
enjoyable enough, but I just didn't want to. Wasn't enough to keep me, I guess.
which is fair. The farm. We see Clint Barton live on a farm in Avengers
Here's
2.
Iron Man theme.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. On your belly. What kind of man?
It's an Iron Man. Do a barrel roll.
You're becoming a better pilot. Damn.
Holy yikes.
You ever think about how a bird can totally destroy an airplane?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Poof.
What would win, several tons of metal or one winged boy?
One winged boy.
The thought of a chute being jammed is what will prevent me from ever doing skydiving.
Oh man, I want to go skydiving. Me and my dad want to go skydiving.
I mean, I'm already afraid of heights anyway, and I would never do it, but it's the fact that I just won't be able to 100% trust a parachute. Good shoot.
It's always nice seeing a superhero save people and not just fight a bad guy.
Yeah. We're about to get to one of my favorite cuts in the history of cinema.
It's a good cut.
It's not that simple.
This movie has good cuts.
One of my favorite cuts ever.
Me too. It's not that
Unironically.
everything with Rhodey works.
Yeah.
It is a tight fit, sir.
Are those bullet holes?
The wipes, man. Star Wars wipes. I know Star Wars didn't invent wipes, but they used them a lot.
They didn't invent them, but they did perfect them.
Yeah. Wipes outside of Star Wars look really cheesy and bad.
Yeah.
It's Obadiah.
I am shocked. You're telling me that this movie that didn't have a villain for 90 minutes suddenly revealed the biggest name actor that's not the protagonist to be the villain?
Wow.
No way.
You know, it's not always about the weapons, Stark. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
Oh, I was literally a second ago. I was gonna make a reference. You know how the Stark Expo is in Queens, New York. You know what else is in Queens, New York?
The Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Go Mets. Is it established that Spider-Man is a Mets fan?
I don't think so.
Now I'm curious about the Spider-Man lore in the Mets.
Alright, well, I know what I'm gonna Google. Hold on.
Because you're either a Mets fan or you're a
Spider-Man a
Yankees
Mets
fan.
Well, the Mets are in Queens, so I've always thought that anyone. I mean, I don't know New York that well, but I would just always thought Queens people are Mets fans, the rest of New York are Yankees fans because the Yankees are good and the rest of New York won't care, other than the Bronx. That's always been my guess.
Yeah, probably.
Nearly 20 years ago, Spider-Man was revealed to be a fan of the New York Mets, and the reason why is heartbreaking. Let's Google let's click on the comic book resources article here.
Oh boy. Does that have something to do with the death of Gwen
The
Stacy?
death of Den Stacy. Hold on.
That's a good one right there. The death of
Gweth.
Den Stacy.
Oh, this gadget always really scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, me too.
As a kid, it's like, oh, fuck. Just being paralyzed by technology.
Why are people so scared of technology? Technology!
Oh, alright. On the anniversary of his Uncle Ben's death, Peter continues a tradition he's held since, going to a Mets game. While riding the train to the game, he notes that, of course, Spider-Man would identify with the Mets and the identity they developed as a bunch of lovable losers who hit the occasional home run by accident. As the game starts, Peter remembers his past experiences coming to see the Mets with the man who introduced him to baseball, Ben Parker.
Aww.
So it wasn't about the Gweth of Den Stacy, it was about the Beth of Uncle Den. That was explored in Peter Parker, Spider-Man number 33 by Paul Jenkins, Mark Buckingham, and Wayne Foucher.
I've not heard of any of those people.
I was gonna say, I feel like I need to mention the comics so that you might know where it came from, but it doesn't sound like that did anything for you.
No.
Anyway, Obadiah just had his guys kill the rest of the Ten Rings people.
Exactly. Genocide, folks.
I don't know if it's enough people to be considered genocide. Does genocide have a hard and fast number to be considered a genocide?
Who knows?
Damn, that's some
Out
Master
here
Chief
sounding.
dialogue
I was
there.
about to say out here sounding like John Master Chief. Also, that is his canonic name to me. His name is John Master
John
Chief.
Master Chief. I imagine him doing the James Bond line. The name's Master Chief. John Master Chief.
Hey, look, foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. They knew 11 years in advance.
100%. Yeah, totally.
I remember thinking that Captain America was going to be the big death in that movie before it came out. I feel like everyone was always thinking that before every Avengers movie.
I think a lot of us thought that it was going to be both of them.
I thought it would only be one big death, and I assumed it would be Cap.
I thought it would be both of them. But, we got what we got.
Yeah. Not unhappy with anything we got necessarily.
Me neither. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Endgame is a natural conclusion for that series for me.
And that's part of the reason I don't think I care much about everything that's come after.
Yep.
I feel like everything after Endgame has to justify its existence to me in a way that everything before didn't.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's Pepper's new office.
Oh, this becomes her office. Damn, I didn't think about that. This is a pretty tense scene. She about to do some hacking.
Ooh, yeah, big hacker, man. The way that hacking is actually done, folks. You have a file that says confidential sector.
Have you ever actually seen Kung Fury, where that Hacker Man meme comes from?
I have seen Kung Fury.
We watched it in a film class in college, and I was kind of blown away by how much I liked it.
I like Kung Fury. Didn't they make a second one too?
I think they're making a second one.
Making a second one.
Or they're maybe expanding it into a feature.
Something like that, yeah.
I love that it has a translate feature on here. Who does the translation? It doesn't sound like a robot voice. He's very menacing in this scene.
He's very menacing.
It's the bald head, I'm telling you.
You love him as the dude. But then you watch him here and you're like, nah, you're scary.
I watched Lebowski again a couple weeks ago, and it's really just one of the best movies ever. It's just perfect, and he's... like, everyone's perfect in that movie, but him and John Goodman especially. I love his little line here about how he wants to just play the puzzle on the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of violating your personal space there, Obadiah.
I also like how he's... yeah.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. I was about to say, I like how he's going to offer her a drink, but she has to drive back home. But then I don't remember if he actually does.
I don't think he does. Just look at the way he drinks that. Look at the way he's holding the glass.
That's real villain stuff right there.
Yeah.
Look at the little...
just smacking his lips. Ew, what does that mean? This is me trying to make small talk. Or someone trying to make small talk with me.
She didn't safely eject that. That's going to damage the hardware.
That's never actually damaged any hardware in my experience, but I still do always try and safely eject it.
It's damaged one of mine. And that's something that I really was upset about.
Take care.
But that was after like 2 or 3 years of not safely
Yeah.
ejecting.
I love that reaction. And the subtitles just say exclaims, "Look, it's Clark Gregg."
Love him.
Walk and talk, baby. I love every time someone says, "Oh, here we go."
Ah, here it is, baby.
Don't you love how this dude got a gig 10 years later to do like a 5-second thing in Far From... Oh, no, he's in a couple scenes in Far
No, he's
From
in
Home,
a couple
actually.
scenes. A hiccup.
A hiccup? Sir, the technology exit doesn't exist.
Wait, technology.
Technology.
William, here's the technology.
Billy.
Trying to do.
Here we go.
It's impossible. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Sir,
I'm not Tony Stark.
I'm not Tony Stark. That's clear.
It's so good.
That's gonna be the part I clip out and send into the Discord.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Pepper. VTech.
Whee! Oh, the way it makes their veins pop out. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Breathe. How'd he get into his house? Technology.
Technology.
What? I do love that, like, his eyes are wide the whole scene because of how he's paralyzed, and then he's able to make them go wider when he hears that.
And then even wider when his heart gets taken out of him.
Yeah.
The arc reaction.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever said that Robert Downey Jr. is a good actor?
I don't think so. My dog is restless back there. Dude, I just let you out a little bit ago. And you came right back in after you did your business. Oh, damn. Foley artists are like the unsung heroes of Hollywood.
Yeah, they are. Like, having done Foley for the short film that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Foley, like, in the early short films we did where there's only like 3 or 4 of us, all the Foley we did was, let's just do what happens in our short just with a microphone up next to it. That was our idea of Foley, but like the actual creativity that goes into it.
Yeah.
Like the actual good Foley artists out there is incredible.
Yeah. Like, I've seen some of like the Avatar, Last Airbender, not Blue People.
Sure, gotta make that distinction.
Some of their like Foley stuff that they've done, and it's really cool.
Conservative.
Pepper, I barely know her. If only
chilling on the
Tony was
couch.
given something earlier.
I feel like you can't just make a U-turn like that in Los Angeles. Not that easily.
Did he make a U-turn, or was he turning left?
I didn't. It seemed like from the half-second glance I had that he was making a U-turn because he had to turn around and go to Tony's.
Mm,
Usually in a movie, you would do a U-turn to like demonstrate the urgency of that moment. I feel like,
yeah.
and sometimes it would be when you don't have a light for it and there's traffic coming. This is Leo on Lewds and Wolf of Wall Street. What a great payoff this moment is.
Oh, it's so good. Has anyone ever said that Jon Favreau's good at directing?
He's pretty good. I wish we would get more chefs and less Lion Kings.
Yeah.
Fewer Lion Kings, I guess I should say.
Yeah. It's alright. He's not doing the sequel. Barry Jenkins is.
I don't care. It's still not gonna be good.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know.
I hope Barry Jenkins actually does what everyone says when directors sign on to big movies. I hope he actually just does one and then uses it to fund his next one, because that never actually happens. Okay, so at this point, what's his actual plan for getting into the suit?
I have no clue.
Is it to kill Pepper? Like on the road?
I don't know.
I never thought about this, but like, what's he doing? I feel like he would put a suit on to go against Tony, but Tony has to put a suit on to go against him, so it's like kind of a mess. That's not going to be enough. Oh, they come to arrest him, and I think he gets into the suit as a response. Okay. It's been a while since I saw this.
Yeah. Speaking of seeing things and not being enough, the beginning of Matrix, when they're like, we have like 2 teams up there, and he's like, that's not enough.
That's not enough. Matrix is so fucking good. They're all on HBO Max, bro. You should watch them before the new one, and then you should go see the new one. Or I guess you can just watch on HBO if you really want to.
And that's what I'm doing right now.
Hell yeah, Phil.
I love it. It's a bomb.
Yep, okay.
But like, how does he get in?
Yeah,
Like
he doesn't have an intricate process like Tony
does he go
does.
arms up and then put one arm in and then the next one in?
It's resyncing me again.
Oop.
I felt like we were synced.
Let's see.
I'm at 142.40 now.
45, 46.
Yeah. Oh, now it's got me.
Yep. Next time, baby.
I use this GIF all the fucking time.
Me too.
It's a great delivery too.
It really
Next
is.
time, baby. It's very sad that this particular actor did not have a next time.
I mean, he was being Terrence Howard.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's just funny that he said next time and then it wasn't him.
Yeah. I do wonder how the rest of the MCU would have been if Terrence Howard was Rhodey.
I can't imagine Terrence Howard doing everything Don Cheadle did.
Me neither.
But that might just be because Don Cheadle did so much. I prefer Terrence Howard in this than I do to Don Cheadle in any of those movies, though. Like, Don Cheadle's charismatic, but I just like Terrence Howard in this movie a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
He works for the vibe of this movie, and I think Don Cheadle works for when they have to take MCU in a more comedic direction that I don't know if Terrence Howard would have been as perfectly suited for.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
Because I don't like a lot of the comedy they do with Don Cheadle, especially as those movies have gone on, but like he makes it work. Like he's not the problem with it.
No, Don Cheadle's Don Cheadle. Like, he's great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Boom, you looking for this?
I mean, that's a really lame line.
It's
the Avengers
lame.
are right for no selling that line.
It's lame. Honestly, That's a great sequence in Age of Ultron. Is just that whole party scene. Anyways, we'll
Other
get
than the
there when we get
Bruce
there.
Natasha stuff, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 48% power. It's a good extra wrinkle to add to this sequence.
Is that he's unlimited time because the
like a ticking
arc
clock.
reactor isn't made for it. He's gone insane.
Oh, I'll pull a block.
I don't have a Jenga with me.
Pull one anyway. Go buy a set so you can pull a block.
So I can go pull a block.
Where do you think you're going? No longer. Do you need that corny ass line? You really need that line, Obadiah?
How does Tony have enough force to push Obadiah through all that?
I don't know.
Oh, look, there's your Russian family. This would definitely be like
Great
an
screams,
amusement
though.
park ride. Collateral.
That'd be a fun commentary. Yeah. Fuck him up, Tony. Again, great screams.
Yeah.
Everyone in that family earned their paycheck. Lady! Damn, he was at 48%, and
Now he's at 19.
that move took him to 19. I'm also curious how quickly his power was falling before that.
Yeah, me too. Hydrogen powered.
Now, I enjoy this sequence, but it does feel out of place with the rest of the movie still.
Yeah.
There's minimal action in the rest of this movie, and now it's a big CGI fight between two dudes in suits.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think looking back at everything before, I don't know, maybe everything before Age of Ultron,
I
feels
think
like
that's
there was
fair.
more earnestness in the imperfections of these movies than there is now, and I kind of appreciate that.
I think even... I like Age of Ultron more than most. But I think, like, yeah, I think after Guardians
Well, I'm just thinking up till
1,
that point in time,
yeah.
like after that, like
Like, the
when-
next earnest film would be Guardians 2. Which Guardians
Yeah.
2 is really good. And everyone who says it's not is wrong.
I'm with you. Even though there's stuff that just, again, stuff that earnestly doesn't work in Guardians 2, but man, there's some stuff that really falls flat.
Yeah.
The taser face joke in Guardians 2 sucks ass.
Yeah, I never really found that funny.
No. Just a training exercise. Yeah, Rhodey. You can't get in a suit, but you can call back to the training exercise bit, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. I also like this callback to the suit not being able to withstand
Yeah.
the elevation.
Shut up, Jarvis.
Not every way.
Icing problem. Donk.
Bonk. I don't know why. I felt like this fight lasted way longer.
I did too. I think this ending part gets dragged out a little bit, though,
Yeah.
where they're on the roof. Did you ever see the deleted scene where you actually get some dialogue for Obadiah as he's dying before he falls in?
I don't remember.
I saw these deleted scenes a lot on the DVD. his hand must be fucked now. He scraped that on the concrete for like 15 feet. His voice, Jeff Bridges' voice gets so much deeper coming out of the suit than RDJ's does for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You're gonna do it.
This is some real Jurassic Park stuff happening.
Flipping all the switches, getting to walk through it.
Yeah.
This looks important. You know what's important, Tony. You built it.
But remember, Nick, Obadiah's suit is better in every way.
More advanced in every way. I had a little baby brother and he was perfect in every way.
And that's a CG Jeff Bridges. Or that's Jeff Bridges not in his actual suit. What the? Nah.
He definitely took something to the face
He
there.
definitely got shot in his head.
He's dead. My dog is really pestering me, and he's gonna have to wait until the movie ends.
Yeah, it's almost over.
How ironic.
You created the best one ever.
And now, I'm gonna kill you with it. Time to hit the button. This was fun.
Oh yeah, that
She's definitely getting
electricity.
electrocuted.
Yeah, exactly. Little did you know, that's actually Thor opening up the Bifrost.
Oh
right
damn!
there.
Is that the? I was gonna say, is that the Tesseract?
Yeah. Someone just gave up a soul on Vormir.
I was trying to remember where it said. I kept wanting to say like Volstheim. I don't know.
Nah,
I think it was
Vormir.
Solstheim from Elder Scrolls.
It's like, do they ever rebuild that arc reactor?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We don't see it at least.
Yeah. And we're back to not IMAX.
It's flickering, symbolic of his life.
More like flickerish pizza.
Oh, pull a block. Just do it.
That's 2 blocks, folks.
I love how terrible the official statement is. What, y'all talking about me in the Discord?
Yeah, a little bit. Gold titanium alloy.
You're on your yacht. He's looking great, all things considered.
Oh, Tony? After being
I
electrocuted.
guess she's putting makeup on him, but still.
Yeah.
It's the day after.
Yeah, after Tony being electrocuted a little bit and then being thrown from that height with Ironmonger.
I mean, you saw all the cuts on him.
Yeah. Ooh, a tight 90.
Tight 90.
Oh, who's Phil? His name is Agent.
you love Avengers.
I do love Avengers. Intervention.
Just call us Shield.
Ah,
Oh, so good.
So good.
My dog needs to calm down back there. We have to hear whether he's Iron Man.
He is Iron Man.
He called her a girlfriend, but they're not.
They're not
They're
dating.
not that yet.
No.
They're not dating till the very end of Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Remember that night when I forced you to dance? Look, Pepper, he got some intel about Golmira.
Golmira.
Don't you hate when you get some intel about Golmira and you can't take your date her vodka martini with at least 3 olives?
Yeah. A lot of olives. I like at least 3.
Look at Christine.
Christine
She
right
knows
in
it's
the
all
front.
bullshit.
Yeah. I just...
Didn't? Fantastic. It's fantastic. Say that again. I haven't even seen that movie, but I know that scene.
I know. It's fantastic.
Stick to the cards. The truth is... Yeah, look up.
I am Iron Man. What a way to end the movie.
She's the only one who stays seated.
Ah,
Christine,
it's
the
so
real star of
good.
this movie. And then they sprung for an Ozzy song to go with their AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and Hawk and Art and someone else.
Avi
Great
Arad.
writing. He tried to get Venom in this movie, I'm sure. I knew Avi Arad
Matthew
was
Libatique
full of it when he said the Lizard was his favorite comic book villain. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro.
no. After you forced Sam Raimi to put Venom in there, yeah.
It's like Lizard's the hill you're gonna die on.
Ramin Djawadi.
Ramin Djawadi. Yeah. I don't think we have to stay through the whole credits to get to the credit scene. I don't think we should set a precedent for that where we have to stay for 10 minutes to do the credit scene for all these movies.
Oh, yeah, it's all the way at the end.
Yeah. They only get one.
Anyways, that was Iron Man, the first Iron Man. It was a nice
that was fun.
return back to the MCU. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, probably 5 years for me at least.
Maybe about the same. I love the movie, and it's so good.
Yeah, this is great. I'm probably going to go 4 stars with it on the old Letterboxd, I think.
All right, yeah.
It's just really damn good. Like, not an all-timer or anything, but it's great.
Now, curious question. What's better, Batman Begins or Iron Man 1?
Iron Man 1 has less issues, I think. Batman Begins has some stuff that I don't like. I think it's got a lot of crappy humor, and Katie Holmes isn't very good.
And the action is not shot great.
Yeah, I think this movie has less issues. So they're pretty close, but I think I'll probably take this one over Batman Begins.
Yeah. No, I love Iron Man 1. I think you can clearly see why it was so successful.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like I think it made like 500. Excuse me, I think it made like 550 million.
Mhm.
Like that's still really successful, but Not as massive as they've become, obviously.
No, 100%. Oh, he's credited as himself. Stanley is,
Stanley.
but he's playing Hefner. Well,
Yeah.
he's confusing him for Hugh Hefner.
Yes. We don't know who he's actually supposed to be. He's the Watcher, actually.
He is.
I'm sorry.
I mean, he is a Watcher, so yeah.
It's canon.
He's
now.
not Uatu the Watcher, but he is a Watcher.
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright is that other Watcher, right?
Yes, he's Uatu the Watcher officially.
Who watches the Watcherman?
Pull a block for that.
Okay. Yeah, this was fun. I hope we do. I guess next up would be Incredible Hulk.
Which we'd have to rent or something because it's not on Disney
Yeah.
Plus. Because that's a Universal film.
We'll have to do something similar with the Spider-Man movies, I think.
I have the first one, I think, digitally. I don't have
Okay.
Far From Home.
Yeah, I don't. I might still have the codes for them, but I might have also sold them by this point.
Or they might have expired.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be a while before we get to those.
Yep.
But yeah, Incredible Hulk, whatever we have to do, we'll get to that next.
Yeah.
Fairly soon, I think.
I think
Our
we'd probably get
schedules are-
another one, in the winter while I'm out of school.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me as well.
This was fun.
It was fun.
And for those of you who somehow don't know, this post-credit scene is going to be Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury coming to say that he wants to talk to Tony about the Avengers Initiative.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, it's funny because Samuel L. Jackson is the only person that can play Nick Fury, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, like, he struck a deal saying, like, hey, if you put Nick Fury in anything, it has to be me. So.
Because he doesn't work enough.
Yeah.
He needs all that work.
Especially, like, when they did the Ultimate Comics and stuff, he was modeled, that version of Nick Fury was modeled after him. And they addressed it.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, if you could be played by anyone, who would it be? It's like, Samuel L. Jackson. And so now I'm pretty sure
It worked out.
I'm pretty sure it's in his contract that he's the only person that can play Nick Fury.
Uh-huh.
Which, for those of you who don't know, David Hasselhoff played Nick Fury originally.
Yeah, and that, whatever that was.
Yeah, it was a TV show.
That's right.
Assistants to Mr. Downey Jr.
Look at all these
Jimmy
assistants,
Rich.
yeah.
Oh, was Jimmy Rich the person that died?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
One of his assistants died. I think it was like a year or two ago. I think it was Jimmy Rich.
Oh, okay. It was just, like, I know we're more familiar with the industry than a lot of people, but do you ever look at these credits and be like, Jesus Christ, so many more people work on movies than I would, even at this point, than I would ever imagine.
Yeah.
Like, it's like thousands of people sometimes.
It is huge. Like, look,
Yeah.
just look at the drivers.
Yeah. How many shots with cars are there really? Do they have to credit like every person in the highway sequence?
Yeah, it's...
You gotta put the caterer and the chef in here.
Mm-hmm.
Second unit's really low down here on the list of credits. What's up with that?
No
respect for the second unit.
Yeah, second unit doesn't get
You
respect.
got the caterer in there before you got the second unit.
Tom McDonald. Don't know who you are. Key costumer. Oh, the grips. Good for
The
you,
key
grips.
craft service, Regal Tea Riser. Oh, ILM did this.
Makes sense. I know that later on, Weta also starts to get involved.
Maybe that's when the movie started looking faker.
Yeah.
You might be able to see a correlation there, because Hobbit movies do not look particularly real.
Yeah. Avatar was also done by Weta.
Avatar looked good for the most part. There's a
It
couple
does.
shots that don't
Yeah.
hold up.
Yeah. As much
But-
as I don't like Avatar, like
It
visually
still
it
looks
looks
great.
good. Yeah. For the most part, it still holds up really well.
Yeah.
Additional digital support provided by Tata Elxsi VCL.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pixel Liberation Front. We're freeing all the pixels.
Visual effects by the Embassy, visual effects and animation
Visual
by
effects
the
animation by the
Orphanage.
Orphanage.
Yep. Computer
It's all dead.
graphics artists.
Damn. New Deal Studios. Wow.
Yeah.
They're endorsing Franklin D. Roosevelt.
You ever try to find your name in credits?
Well, it's not hard to find my name in credits most of the time because
Nick Reeves is a common name.
on something. Oh, you mean like just people with my name in credits of movies?
Yeah.
I thought you meant finding my name in the credits of stuff I worked on. I'm like,
No,
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 that's
no, no.
pretty simple.
Tom
Hans Zimmer,
Morello.
executive music producer.
Tom Morello additional electric guitar.
Damn.
Okay.
He's no Steve Vai. Steve Vai is the GOAT
Steve Vai
guitarist
is really good.
because of the Halo 2 Mjolnir mix.
Back in Black. Oh, like, see, Iron Man,
We're-
theme from the animated series.
We're actually let's just go to the post credit scene at this point because we've got two minutes left.
Licorice. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
It's literally like another 10 seconds.
Robert Downey Jr.'s suits get their own credit.
Camera cranes
American
and
Humane
dollies.
monitored the animal action. What was done with animals?
I don't know.
Was there a dog in Afghanistan?
Maybe if like the pets, maybe if the actors had pets or something like that.
Any similarity to actual persons or events is unintentional. I love when that line's in there. They have to say that, but it's obviously most movies have allusions to real people.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What happened to Jarvis?
You think you're the only superhero in the world?
They love that line so much.
It's a good line.
My dog loves that line too. You can hear him making noise in the background.
That's a good line too.
Hard cut. Not the Avengers Initiative.
The Avenger Initiative. It's a good line. Like, as much as, you know, the MCU has become the MCU, I still like it for the most part. A lot of people don't. I get all of their, issues and stuff. There are some good, like, setup stuff that eventually pays off really well that I do enjoy.
And a lot of it that I liked was the stuff that happened earlier on. That's probably just because of how things are. You get nostalgic for stuff.
Yeah, especially like this was what we grew up with when we were kids and stuff. So it's like seeing it through, especially like through Endgame and stuff. It was really great. But folks, that's gonna be it for our first commentary of Iron Man 1. If you liked it,
I think so.
Make sure you hit the like button because this will probably end up going on YouTube at some point. Hit the follow button on any of the things that we're on, which is Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, all those good stuff. Make sure you do that. Nick, let the people know where you can find it.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd at Reeves_117, and on Twitch at Infinic117.
Yep, you can find me on Twitter at StarWarsNerd9, and you can go to my Letterboxd, which is just my name, Manuel Fuentes, and Twitch is InfiniteManny1. And sometimes I do stuff over there, but not really. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, we'll be back for Incredible Hulk.
All right, bye guys.